What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Tailgate. This week we're going to be cooking some Chimichurri Turkey Burgers and talking Week 4 football. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Tailgate. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Armando. I've been in the fantasy sports industry since 2010. You can find my work at footballdiehards.com and in the DraftKings playbook. I also am the host of the Chalk Talk podcast, and I manage the 1 week season Twitter handle. If this is your first time tuning in, we created the Tailgate to combine three things I love doing: talking sports, grilling, and drinking craft beer. Each week I'll be trying a new recipe, which I'll include in the description, and naming my most valuable beer of the week. This week's MVP, Screamin Reels IPA. Cheers. Let's get this week started up with our lock of the week. This week the Steelers are 3-point favorites against the Ravens in a game where I really like the Steelers. That said, in 4 of the last 5 games, the Ravens have covered the spread. So taking Steelers money line minus 170 makes a lot of sense here because they have won 3 of their last 5 contests against the Ravens. The burgers are looking good now. Let's head over to the bargain bin. This week we've got 3 wide receivers at the bargain bin, all under 5K. The first one I want to talk about is Sterling Shepard. He gets a great matchup against the Saints, who have allowed the most fantasy points per game to wide receivers, the most receiving yards, and the most receiving touchdowns. Evan Ingram is battling an MCL sprain and will be out this game, so Sterling Shepard should step into a bigger role. He scored last week and I expect him to pick it up this week again with a great matchup against the Saints in a potential shootout. The next guy I want to talk about, Tyler Boyd. He's been very, very good the last 2 games, scoring over 20 DK fantasy points in each of those games. He has a matchup against Atlanta, which can potentially be high scoring in a position where he should see a ton of targets. He's been very, very efficient the last 2 weeks and is way underpriced. Last guy, Mike Williams of the Chargers. He's been very, very productive, quietly productive this season, but in a good matchup against the 49ers, who have struggled against receivers, allowing over 40 fantasy points per game. All of these receivers are under 5K, making them great value picks this week. These are looking just about done, so let's head into some chalk talk. This week I'll be talking about a couple players who I think are going to be pretty popular this weekend. The first one, Gio Bernard, 6,300 against the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons generally struggle against pass-catching backs, and Bernard has shown his ability to catch passes out of the backfield. He's filling in for the injured Joe Mixon and is pretty much carrying the workload for the Bengals offense. This is a great matchup, and he's still reasonably priced at 6,300 despite having a very good performance last week at 19.6 DraftKings points. I am willing to eat this chalk because you're getting a good bang for your buck here with Gio Bernard in a really, really good matchup. On the other hand, Rob Gronkowski, phenomenal matchup against the Dolphins, who generally struggle against tight ends, but he's 7K. I'm having trouble paying up for this position this week because I think there is really good value at the tight end position. Therefore, I'm not going to be playing a chalky Rob Gronkowski. He does have slate breaking upside, which makes me nervous, but that's fine. I'm willing to fade this chalk and go ahead and pay up for running back, which I think is much better position this week to pay for. Thank you for joining me at the Tailgate this week. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, tell a friend, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Good luck this weekend, and I'll see you next week. Good stuff.